All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Desert Diamond by Sportsdom coming back with another video, and this is my Colorado Rockies at Arizona Diamondbacks post game recap. So the Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Kansas City Royals 6-1, and then they beat the Colorado Rockies 8-4. So they get revenge on Colorado. They get their first win over the Colorado Rockies. So the Colorado Rockies fall to 6-3 on the spring training. The Arizona Diamondbacks improved to 4-4. Uh, the win goes to Zac Gallen. He's 1-0 with a 3.00 ERA. The loss goes to Dollander. He's 0-1 with a 7.20 ERA. And against Kansas City, I'm going to see. It was Ryan Nelson who got the win against Kansas City. So 8-4, the Arizona Diamondbacks get the win over the Colorado Rockies. But I got some injuries news to go over first. Randall Grichuk, he has glute soreness. He's expected to return the week of March 3rd. Grichuk was scratched from the lineup on March 1st. With what manager Torey Lovello said was normal spring soreness. Shortstop Blaze Alexander has a grade 1 right oblique strain. He's expected to return after spring training, so he likely isn't going to make the opening day roster. Right-handed pitcher Thiago Vieira, he's out until 2026. He's going to undergo Tommy John surgery, so that sucks. Left-handed pitcher Jose Castillo, he's got left abductor tightness. He's trending in a positive way. And then right-handed pitcher Josh Winder, right elbow, he's out until 2026. He also is having Tommy John surgery. So we lost two pitchers, Tiago Vieira and Josh Winder, to Tommy John. So our bullpen, we may have to sign a bullpen pitcher or two or bring somebody up from the minors. And of course, left-handed pitcher Jordan Montgomery, he's got left index finger strain. His expected return is to be determined, but they're hoping to have him back before spring training ends. And then catcher Adrian Del Castillo, right arm soreness. He's expected to return opening day, so hopefully he'll be ready to go to back up Gabriel Moreno, unless they keep him in the minors, unless they keep Del Castillo in the minors. But I want to see him on the roster. And then they signed Trey Mancini to a minor league contract with an invite to spring training. So we will see who the first baseman is that will be backing up Josh Naylor. I'm hoping it's Tim Tower, but if Ildemaro Vargas doesn't make this roster, I mean, something's wrong. He hit a home run in this game. I think he hit like a 2 or 3 run homer against Kansas City, and now he hit a home run against the Colorado Rockies. In the bottom of the first, Eugenio Suarez got things going. His first home run of spring on a fly ball to left field. Alec Thomas scored, Josh Naylor scored, and of course, Eugenio Suarez scored, and it's 3-0 Diamondbacks. Then in the bottom of the second, A.J. Vukovic homered his first of spring on a fly ball to right field, 4-0 Arizona Diamondbacks. And then Ildemaro Vargas hit a 2-run home run, his second of spring, on a line drive to right field, and it's 6-0 Arizona Diamondbacks. So Ildemaro Vargas, if he doesn't make this roster, something is wrong. So the Colorado Rockies scored three in the seventh, and one in the ninth. For 4 runs, 12 hits, one error. And the Diamondbacks scored three in the first, one in the second, one in the fourth, three in the sixth, for 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. Let's see. The Arizona Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte had 3 at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. He has a .250 average and a .485 OPS. Trey Mancini, who they signed to a minor league contract with an invite to spring, he's a first baseman. He had 1 at bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout. He has a .500 average and a 1.167 OPS. So maybe he'll be the backup to Josh Naylor. It's going to be interesting to see. Or even English, Tristan English. Alec Thomas had 3 at-bats. He had 1 run, 1 hit, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout. He has a .214 average and a .527 OPS. Tristan English had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, 1 hit, 1 RBI, no walks, no strikeouts. He has a .500 average and a 1.145 OPS. So Tristan English may be the backup to Josh Naylor, although him and Mancini both have about the same. Although Mancini has a 1.167 OPS and English has a 1.145. So, but it's going to be interesting to see who's backing up Josh Naylor at first base. And then Josh Naylor had 3 at-bats. He had 1 run, 1 hit, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts. He has a .385 average and a .967 OPS. Pache had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout. He has a .222 average and a .586 OPS. Eugenio Suarez. He had 2 at-bats. He had 1 run, 1 hit, 3 RBIs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, a .308 average, and a 1.053 OPS. Christian Robinson, who's struggling in spring training, had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout. He has a .000 average and a .000 OPS. Jake McCarthy, who is also struggling, had 3 at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, a .125 average, and a .375 OPS. Connor Kaiser had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout. He has a .125 average and a .347 OPS. Gabriel Moreno, unfortunately, is struggling as well. He had 2 at-bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. He has a .000 average and a .300 OPS. And Groover had 1 at-bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts, a .125 average, and a .625 OPS. So, Gino Groover. So, we got to get him going. Geraldo Perdomo had 2 at-bats. He had 1 run, 1 hit, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts, a .273 average, and a 1.065 OPS. And now, Ildemaro Vargas had 2 at-bats. He had 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI, no walks, no strikeouts, a .462 average, and a 1.577 OPS. They got to get Ildemaro Vargas on this roster. We cannot lose him again. They got to get Ildemaro Vargas on this roster. Period. I don't care what they got to do. Get him on this roster. AJ Vukovic Had 4 at bats. He had 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 RBI, no walks, no strikeouts, a .300 average, and a 1.064 OPS. And Jakey Josepha. He had no at bats. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts, a .000 average, and a .000 OPS. Garrett Hampson had 3 at bats. He had 1 run, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, no walks, 1 strikeout, a .286 average, and a .732 OPS. And Christian Serta, who is, starting to come on for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He had 1 at bat. He had no runs, no hits, no RBIs, no walks, no strikeouts, a .333 average, and a .833 OPS. So the Arizona Diamondbacks had 34 at bats. They had 8 runs, 10 hits, 8 RBIs, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Zac Gallen, who got the win, he went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, no home runs, and has a 3.00 ERA. And then Tommy Henry, I think that's Tommy Henry. Let's see. Yes, Tommy Henry came out of the bullpen. He went 3 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, no home runs, and has an 8.31 ERA. Kyle Nelson went 1 inning, allowed no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts, no home runs, and has a 10.80 ERA. Scott McGough went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, no walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs, and has a 16.88 ERA. So Scott McGough is struggling in that bullpen. And Josmer Alvarez went 1 inning, or 1/3 of an inning, allowed no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, no strikeouts, no home runs, and has a 0.00 ERA. And then Sosa, let's see, what Sosa is this? Lister Sosa went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs, and has a 0.00 ERA. I wouldn't mind Lister Sosa being in our bullpen. In fact, I hope he does get a bullpen spot. And then Christian Montes de Oca went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, no walks, 1 strikeout, no home runs, and has a 3.00 ERA. So the Arizona Diamondbacks pitching went 9 innings, allowed 12 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, no walks, 12 strikeouts, and no home runs. So 8-4, the Arizona Diamondbacks get the win. They improved to 4-4 in spring training, and they also had that tie in there with the Cincinnati Reds 3-3 just before the Kansas City game. And then the Colorado Rockies fall to 6-3 in spring training, but we get our revenge over the Colorado Rockies. And now we'll play the Texas Rangers coming up later today. So guys, comment in the comment section below on what you think. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. And we get our first look at Eduardo Rodriguez in spring training, as he will be on the mound for the Arizona Diamondbacks at Texas against John Gray. John Gray is 1-0 with a 0.00 ERA, 1 strikeout. Eduardo Rodriguez is 0-0 with no ERA, no strikeouts. He hasn't played in spring training yet, but hopefully we get Eduardo Rodriguez the win, and hopefully he comes out and pitches very well, which I think he will. So we hopefully, like I said, we get Eduardo Rodriguez his first win of spring training. So the Arizona Diamondbacks come in at 4-4. The Texas Rangers come in at 3-5. So guys, stay tuned for my Arizona Diamondbacks at Texas Rangers preview. And as always, comment, like, subscribe. Go Diamondbacks. Let's beat the Texas Rangers.